Ready, set, go.
Hello, welcome back to Disco Elysium. I don't remember. I remember talking to Everart over here. I barely remember what we talked. It's been a while. Right. Everart was gonna get us to open this apartment door. Open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard to intimidate the occupant. So I guess we're gonna do that. I don't feel great about doing this. But if it helps us, you know, figure out stuff for literally anything else that we can do around here, then I'm gonna freaking take it at this point. We've been scraping the bottom of the barrel for tasks for a good while now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the frick out of here. Get the frick out of here. Where are we going? Where are we going, guys? I see. There we go. Okay, we're gonna get the frick out of here. We're gonna go to this apartment. We're gonna scare whoever we need to scare. I don't know how good I am at intimidating right now. I don't know how many points I've really put into that at this point. I don't feel like I've been investing a whole lot in it. But we'll find out. We'll see what happens. Please just go down the stairs like a normal human. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I feel like I'm hitting a bit of a... Come on, just go through the door. I feel like I'm hitting a bit of a rough patch with this game right now. Because a lot of very key white checks that I needed to pass in order to, as far as I'm aware, advance the plot, did not succeed, and a bunch of completely meaningless ones. Just go down the stairs. Just go down the stairs. A bunch of meaningless ones that I wasn't really worried about were the ones that I did pass. So, you know, what about that? But I'm not gonna worry about it. We're looking for the greenhouse in the backyard. We're looking for the apartment behind the greenhouse. Okay, so we gotta go behind there. Okay. But yeah, hopefully doing Everett's little task here. God damn it, this isn't where we go. Hopefully doing Everett's little task here will give us some sort of piece of information that I'll need for my next lead or whatever. Whatever I need to progress in the story. Because I really want to progress in the story. I want to figure things out. It's just
the door has
real
braved the
difficult.
elements for decades. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and so is the knocker, shaped like a lion's head.
I like a good lion's head shaped
lion,
knocker.
Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
That's probably the door Everett mentioned. We still need to get the key from this manana first, though.
From this manana? What do you mean the key? 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 Is that the guy all the way over by the protest? Please don't tell me that was the guy all the way over by... Well, I guess it's not that long of a trip. I don't know why I didn't think I would need a key for this. I'm just so eager to find something worthwhile to do around here. Just get around the people. Just get around the people. Excuse me. Are you Mr. Manana? the stairs.
Hola, wandering man. How can
This
I help
is
you?
mañana. Everett said you have a key
Key,
to a
huh?
door.
What door is this key supposed to open?
I was hoping
Of course,
you could
I
tell me.
got you. You don't know
Mhm.
anything.
I really don't right now. I really don't know
I
much
got that key right
at this
here.
point.
And let me tell you,
Right.
it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Absolutely. Working class solidarity, as they say. Uh... I'm not opening this door for myself. I'm opening it for all working men. So that all working men have access to this little shitty apartment
this
behind the
man was a coming.
greenhouse.
And it's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks.
You are welcome,
What you're looking for is the
Mr.
basement door
Mañana.
behind the greenhouse.
I know it,
Behind
I
the
know
dwelling
it.
in rags. That's all I know.
Right.
Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we
Yes.
keep out of each other's business.
Right. I understand. I know what compartmentalization
Where did you get the
means.
key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella.
Oh.
We talked about life and things that
Janitor.
really, truly matter.
Who's the janitor?
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling.
Right.
What's it for?
Hmm.
To feed our children, I guess. I'm more
Got
of a
it.
philosophical dock worker, see. I like to talk about the
I see
big
that.
picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
A philosophical dock worker. Where do I sign
He
up?
means he's not going to tell you because he doesn't know.
Right.
But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
Right. Gotcha.
Who
Okay.
he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
It is. It really is. And I would love to stay in chat, but unfortunately, I
Ask him
really want
about
to
the
progress.
Hardy Boys.
I could do that. If that helps me with Titus's check, then that would be great. Do you know
Los
anything about the
Hardys?
Hardy Boys?
They're an independent
Sure.
militant group. A bit too
Uh-huh.
high-strung, but it comes with the
Oh,
responsibility.
true. Okay.
They're sort of like you.
Responsibility of what?
Preserve the rule of
Oh.
law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I don't know. I don't entirely know where I stand in relation to Mañana here.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop him from doing that.
He's just trying to keep the peace.
All right. Yeah, I'll let it go. I'm not
The
even gonna
man
disagree with
whispers
him.
a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
You know, just while we're talking, and since I like to narrow down my dialogue options,
We're
why are you
negotiating our
striking?
share.
Your
Aye.
share. So not wages or pensions or
This stuff,
working conditions.
They already covered.
Okay. Well, at least you got
It's
the
not enough.
benefits. That's something.
Not enough to get ahead.
Okay.
More about keeping us in our place.
Right. I see. How large
All
of
of
a
it.
share would you like?
However, right now we want
Ah.
all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Okay. Okay, I hear you.
This
I hear you
seditious
there.
talk sounds like communism. Just so we're
What?
on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't
Right,
say
we
it
all
out
know
loud
this.
If you're a communist.
No, of course not. But that is just so we're all on the same page. This is the textbook definition of communism. We all know this. What can you tell me
I think
about
it's best to make up
Everard?
your own mind now that you've met him. In
Then
my eyes,
why-
he is a
why-
capable organizer and a decent businessman.
There you go. There you go. That's all you needed to say. And what does bossing the
I guess you
union
kind of get
entail?
to be the village chief. He oversees the
Okay.
harbor, makes deals with the owners or
Right.
other relevant parties. Watches out for his own.
Okay.
By that,
Gotcha.
you mean corruption?
Watching out for his own can mean that. And I'm not saying it doesn't.
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a
There we
harsh
go.
and disordered
Yeah.
world, see?
Yeah.
And in this world,
Okay, so you're saying that he's been driven to corruption by necessity? Is that what you're saying here, Manana? Because
the old man is corrupt for
I
our
don't know
benefit,
about-
and we know it.
Ah.
He is personally
Really?
not too lavish.
Is it, what? Corrupt for your benefit? I'd say, That desk seemed pretty
is
lavish to
reasonably lavish,
me.
That's his prerogative.
Reasonably?
It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative
Right.
illusion.
I suppose. I guess. I don't know if that makes him much
Besides,
better,
there are no
though.
non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism
Wow,
is
that's
the most
just-
corrupt of them all.
It seems like our moral standards are pretty low here. This seems like a pretty cynical stance
Not you.
to
you would
take
like to say.
here.
But then there's that weasel door. This
Right.
man has political theory, and it has not failed
Mhm.
him today.
I suppose not. Okay, sir, you can trust me because I'm a cop. Are you perhaps, by any chance, a
No.
communist?
I don't think I'm a
No.
communist. Seeing something
No.
of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion.
That
No science to it at all.
I don't. Is that what is that what he believes, or is that what he perceives of
Even a weak
communism?
child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Okay. You shouldn't take what's
then how
not
can anything
yours.
ever be mine? But that's okay.
Right.
We don't have
This is
to
what I'm
agree.
saying.
The prairie is wide enough for all of us.
Uh-huh. Alright, you seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the
Sure.
political
I had the
situation.
necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always
I can
time.
see that. I can see
The
that.
look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing.
I respect that. I empathize with that.
The man
Yeah, that's
sits
fair.
on the railing, his hands reaching
Okay.
far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go
Well-
even wider, if need be, an endless torrent of time.
Well, it's been good talking to you, sir. I gotta go to this, freaking Weasel House, I guess is what we're referring to it as. So maybe I'll be right back. Who's to freaking say at this point? Let's go check out. What am I holding in my hand? Those the wire cutters? I think those are the wire cutters. Gotta go open up this door and then see where we go from there. See how far this lead takes us. I also am wondering if that conversation about Titus helps us in any way in our conversations with him. But for now, we have a key
The
to a door
has
that we did
braved
not have a
the
key
royal
to
lion,
beforehand.
Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
Right. I'm gonna press my ear against the door
Someone is
first.
moving around in the apartment. You hear the
Okay.
water being turned off and the sound of dishes clinking together.
I'm not huge on breaking and entering, but I do know that it would probably be in our best interest to just go in,
The
take
key
them by
stops
surprise,
midway in the
just to
lock.
get the
Something
purest
blocking its path.
information.
Not a sound is coming from the
Something.
apartment.
Oh.
The tenant's key is in the lock. The
Oh.
lieutenant looks first at the door, then back at you, then signals you to back off from the door. No answer.
Knock on the door. All right. Well, I do in fact know you're in there. You're making a
That
conscious
already
effort.
defeats the point, doesn't it? Let's get out of here.
As you turn to leave, you hear footsteps on the other side. Yes, someone's definitely home.
Well, yeah, so, but what do we do about that, though?
Tell him what happened. We couldn't open the door. Maybe there's a way.
Okay. We have to go all the way back? We have to go all the way back? I don't want to have to go all the way back. It's so far. It's just such a far distance. Oh. Alright, well, I guess go all the way back to Everard. Can I travel to Everard? Can I do that? No, I can't travel all the way back to here. Okay, fine. Feels like it's about the same distance from here to the other side of the coast, though. So, not a huge fan of taking the whole thing on gosh dang foot. I gotta just hoof it the whole way. I can't even fast travel, and I'm gonna mumble about it the whole way. The whole way through, I'm gonna grumble about it. I gotta make my way all the way up here and then all the way down here. I gotta walk around. I gotta make sure I navigate the stairs properly. And I'm holding the shift down, so whatever mistakes I make while traversing all these containers is, if I make a mistake, I hit the ground hard. I hit the wall. And here we are. Not happy about it, but here we are. All right, Everard. I couldn't get into the door. Everard.
Mr. Dubois.
Sir.
Every worker for himself, right? What can I
sure.
do for you today?
Yep. So about this guy that we're apparently referring to as the Weasel.
Up. You waited too long.
What?
The Weasel came back, and now you can't open the door I asked you to open.
What? You were not specific about the timing. I did not wait long at all. I had a lovely conversation with Mr. Manana, and then I took the key, and then I took the thing, and also...
Everard forgives, Harry. Don't cry.
Oh, does he?
It's gonna be all right. I'm still
Oh, is it
gonna
gonna be all right?
Murder. That's just the way I am.
Okay.
Benevolent. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is going to start happening now.
Okay.
I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
You're not police, dude. You're not. Like, that's not me taking pride in the fact that I am, but like, it's just... I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
I'm sure you figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys.
Well, that's a matter of perspective.
Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flat caps.
Sure. Sure. That seems to be the angle.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
Right.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor. Can you imagine
Among others.
That?
Yeah.
Workers standing
yes,
in
I can.
peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire.
Absolutely unthinkable. He says with tired eyes in the year of 2024.
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
Right. Yes, I'm familiar with machine gun fire. Thank you.
Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yesut, Semenine, Sadamaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping,
I'm not going to name it.
Burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Oh, not the Pineapple Company.
Everything they did there, they brought over here.
Okay.
They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Do we have a village elephant? I want to know about this
Harry,
village
the
elephant.
Is metaphorical, and so is the
That's
village,
a shame.
But the mercs
Oh.
and their brutality are very real.
Well, I'm sad and disappointed about the metaphorical village elephant,
Now,
but all
I
right,
haven't
go on.
personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my
Mm-hmm.
container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
What do you mean? They move? As in this container that we're in right now, they move it?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
Okay. Maybe I will. I didn't think about maybe once he needs to be in a different place, they simply just pick up his entire office and just put it somewhere else.
Enough about me and my fun container. The killers the
True.
company hired, I think there were
Right.
3 of them, all hardened
I am also-
commando types.
I'm also pretty sure there were at least 3 of them. There might have been 4. For some reason, my brain is saying
One of them got
it was
downright
4.
suicidal, getting drunk,
Oh.
violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator
Right,
couldn't
this was-
control him. That's your boy, the
Right.
one who likes hanging out and trees.
Okay. All right, Everard. Not entirely in good taste. Right, so that's the story that we had heard from
By
Titus and the boys.
negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry,
Right.
what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
I never said you were. I don't think that was ever implied.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood
Right.
does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Okay, so what do you mean the whole neighborhood is
Potentially,
in on
Harry,
it?
Potentially. We got arm wrestling
Potentially?
champions, rowing club people,
Okay.
ex-coal miners,
Uh-huh.
tough guys, all ready to
Right.
spring into action for their home base.
Sure. And who is that? Who
There's a
did the
militant
pushing?
wing inside the Union. A group of people
Uh-huh.
whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything
Hmm.
runs smoothly.
That'd be the Hardy Boys. If I'm connecting the dots correctly.
They're like you guys. Idealistic
Right.
people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already
Right.
have, well, punishment must follow.
Right, the guys that are just like us, who are
So
the Hardy
these
Boys.
Idealists killed our victim.
Is the story so far?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land.
That I've had a few conversations with Titus Hardy at this point. That doesn't really sound like him. That doesn't sound like his choice
He
of
probably
words.
worded it differently, but that was the
He
idea.
absolutely did.
Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave
Right.
them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Because we kind of that's probably going to be the standard procedure.
No, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men
Uh-huh.
who get arrested. They're Martin A's
No.
boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who
Right.
takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl
Right.
to look after them.
Ah, so you sent Elizabeth. Ah, it's all coming together now. It's all coming
Uncertainty
together.
belies his boasting.
Right.
In the end, though, he believes it. Or at least, he wants to believe.
Right. Okay. I feel like after this conversation, we might have a pretty good shot at speaking with Mr. Hardy. How do you know the mercenaries were
How
hired
do
by
I
the shipping
know?
company?
Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO.
Okay.
It's what they do.
Okay. I don't know why you needed to slam your fist on the desk,
Last
but okay.
winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor.
Sediment?
The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
Sediment is a stupid name for a contractor, even a code name. That's That's a
These
stupid
guys
code
turn
name.
up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry,
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Right, right. Including the big guy down at the gate. Right.
So
Okay.
you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
This is a whole goddamn theory we're putting
You said
together
it.
here.
Hell, one of those guys looks big enough
Don't-
to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just
Really
happen
wish
to
that
show up during
elephant was
strikes.
real. Sure. Okay, so the name of the company is Cornell this time. It may have been... Oh, the name of the company was Sediment. Still a bad name. Still a bad name for a company. Particularly a contract security company. Sediment, you got nothing there. Cornell is a little bit better, but not much.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry.
I
I'm no
am.
genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
Oh, are you? You're in this position because you're so goddamn likable? Is that the situation? Okay, and the remaining mercenaries are organizing a tribunal to take on the
Tribunal?
Hardys.
That sounds serious, Harry. We union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you
Should
hadn't
you?
told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
You don't seem all that worried. You don't seem that genuinely scared, otherwise it would have shown up in your... Well, I don't know what the notes were given to this voice actor, but I would feel as though either this character is saving face despite saying explicitly that I am now worried and I'm going to lose sleep over this. The tone of voice has not changed one bit. Yeah. Yeah. You don't seem too worried about it, is what
Now,
I'm
Harry,
just saying.
What do I really think about the tribunal?
Okay.
You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
Please do not put it that way. Please, for the love of God, do not put it that way.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
I don't want to do more things for Everard. You mentioned a
Oh,
lawyer
Liz
girl.
Is a bright one. I paid
Right,
for that law
Liz.
degree myself, thinking it'll probably
Did
turn
you
her all
now?
fancy. But hell, Harry,
Well-
she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares
Okay.
me with her zeal.
There's that, I suppose. Okay. Alright, please, please, tell me about this Mr. Titus Hardy
Oh,
and
they are
his crew.
simply fine young men, all 7 of them.
Simply fine young
Exemplary
men.
union members,
7.
always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
Was there 7? I thought... 7 doesn't seem right. Wasn't there a secret 8th member? Which
Old
was the
Theo
girl?
used to run them, but things really kicked into gear
Right.
when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love his initiative.
You sure gotta love his initiative. We love old
Interesting.
Titus's initiative.
Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best
That's-
interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind.
You did not answer Kim's question, sir. You didn't even try to answer
Work
his
with
question.
Them. Hell, interview them, but don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
I don't like that summary of me. I do like beer and women. Both are very, very good. Just in themselves. Beer, big fan. Women, amazing. Wonderful idea. Just, yeah. Order on the streets, on the fence. On the fence about that one. So Everard, I've had many a conversation with these Hardys. It's been a while since I had a full conversation with them because I just kind of keep checking back in and out. But could you ask them just to cooperate, just to talk to
But
me,
of course,
please?
it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Okay.
Now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has
Hell
to say.
yeah.
Also, Harry,
Hell
here's 5
yeah.
real. I'm not
Why are
giving
you giving
anything.
it to me?
I'm just holding out 5 real.
I don't like this.
Needless
I don't
to
like this
say,
at all.
This is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. First off, I don't pay rent anymore because I've got a house over at the fishing village. And also, I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy
I wasn't offering
Boys.
it to you, just holding it out
Uh-huh.
there. But I'm willing to share
Right.
information. Was there anything else?
No, good talk.
Was
Let's
it a good
conclude
talk?
for now.
I'm not sure we made
Yes.
much headway here. I was hoping we'd
I think
bust
I
the
made a
case
lot of
wide
headway.
open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
I really don't care. I really don't give
know
a
what
shit
happened, Harry.
at this
I
time.
wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And
I
of
don't
course,
want to feel
I
like
also
Mr.
wanted you to
Martinez.
find your gun. But
Sure.
it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet.
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want
feel like
to,
I've been a
but I just
Pretty
can't.
leftward guy so
A
far.
man of the left. So you have to be a social
I
democrat.
have. Well, I feel like I might be a little bit more left than that. I have unlocked the
He's been
the
hurt
communist route.
too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Okay, what's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than
You're
you
saying
are.
it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is.
Oh.
Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere.
Right.
I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help?
Do you now? I don't want to have to spend all this time proving to this guy that I'm left enough.
And what would this entail?
Yeah, thank you for asking
Once
that,
again, I
Kim.
require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper.
2
and
little
then mail it to my
signatures.
accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures
I'm
for,
glad you
Everett?
asked, Harry. The union
are
is
you
going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be
Okay.
righteous. We're gonna get
It'll
those
be-
teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Why not have both? Why not have drugs and
There's
roller
a nameless
skates?
little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have
Ooh.
already signed. I just need 2 more signatures
Wait.
to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Wait,
Yes,
do you mean the
yes,
fishing
little
village?
cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the men have drowned in either the sea or the bottle.
What?
A gloomy place doesn't have that union attitude.
So what'll happen
They're
to the
just gonna
current
have to deal with the
occupants?
construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings, right next to a fancy new youth centre designed by
Oh.
the best architects from Stella Marie.
Oh no, he's gentrifying it. Oh no, he's gonna do a
Is
gentrification
he
on it.
absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% certain that no one is gonna end up homeless? Because that tends to be what happens when you gentrify an area and suddenly the property value jumps up and suddenly the people that were living there can't afford to live there anymore.
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them.
It was an easy yes or no
We're
question
gonna
there,
build a
buddy.
youth centre there. The value
You
of
said
their
that.
properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking
Right.
out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
Right, but the whole thing of the value of their properties going up has. Kim, what do you think?
I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
I agree. I entirely
But
agree.
He thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
Right.
He's saying as
right.
little as possible,
Okay.
as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
I can already talk to Hardy. I can already talk to Titus. So, and I can also put this 1 point of empathy or one skill point into empathy so I can talk to Kuno. So, I don't know if I need him. And I don't want to do this.
Perfectly
I'm not going to do it.
acceptable. No one's going to force you into anything, but I don't know about that gun of yours. You see,
Okay.
I'm a vengeful man.
I haven't
Harry.
needed it.
Part of how I got
That's
where
fine.
I am is that, well, I can be quite nasty sometimes.
Yeah, I kind of picked
But
up
the
on
good
that.
news is, the moment you change your mind and want to look into this matter, just tell me, and we'll be buddies again.
Great. So glad to hear it,
The
Ever.
lieutenant's eyes meet yours, and he shrugs. Okay, fine.
Yeah, okay. Alright. I'm gonna head on out. I feel gross. Ooh, I'm worried. Ooh, I'm worried. Okay, empathy. It was empathy, right? I need Kuno. Yes, empathy. Okay. Where's that? There we are. Level up. Empathy. Accept changes. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Empathy, Kuno. Anyone else that needed empathy? Can talk to Clausia again. And Lillian. Oh, a cell. I can talk to a cell. I think. Cool. Okay. Let's talk to Kuno. Actually, let's talk to Titus first. See where that takes us. And then... Once we... Okay, Kim, get out of my way. Okay. Alright, we're getting somewhere. We're actually getting somewhere. This is nice. This is exciting. I'm worried that not taking Mr. Clare's offer is going to make things really difficult for me. But I feel like I'm making the correct choice. Come on, just go down the stairs. Just go down the stairs. Just go down the stairs. Down the stairs. Why can't you just go down the stairs? What's wrong with just going down the stairs? What was ever wrong with going down the stairs? How was I doing it wrong? How was I going downstairs wrong?
A
What's
rusted
this?
control panel
this button?
with several knobs. The words marche and arrête are very, very slightly, even more faded with use.
I'm gonna
Chrome
press
does
a
not
red.
return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Neat. Alright, well, I tried that. Okay. Moving on. It's Titus time. It's Titus o'clock. It's time for some time with the Hardy Boys. It's time. Thank you. Alright, Titus. The time has come.
What is it?
It's me again. Here we freaking go. Alright. Low odds still. Okay, well, let's talk to Kuno then. Don't have to crack that one open right away. Let's go talk to Kuno. We can also talk to Clausia. But let's go see if we can finally connect with Kuno. My boy. Hopefully my friend. Could Kuno perhaps care just this once?
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
We got him. It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Kuno
Interesting.
S is
How
by
so?
far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you.
This
but
is
the
true.
other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad.
That makes a lot of sense. Kuno S has been the most paranoid between the two. Kuno S is the one yelling at Kuno not to talk to us. She's the one with the real concern.
She came up with that psychopathic scheme of
Yes.
screaming for help before.
Yes.
Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno West was the one who wound him up and directed him.
Yes. It all
Also,
makes sense.
Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you. Even
This is
enjoying it
true.
from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses.
Yeah, we can't get anywhere with Kuno West, but Kuno's been a freaking talkative little guy.
Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
I see. All right, try and separate
Fuck you
them.
whispering
Kuno.
about?
Psst. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just us. It's
He's
just us.
whispering too.
Just
He's going
Yeah.
with it. But watch what happens.
yeah.
Whispering about?
Kuno West, don't worry about it. We're just whispering. We're just having a private conversation. Are you so worried about
She
that,
puts
Kuno West?
extra stress onto that word, expecting it will
Yeah.
make you uncomfortable.
At this point, I've heard it so many times, or not necessarily hearing the word, but I've heard the reference to that word bleeped out so many times. I really couldn't care
Kuno wants
less.
to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's
As
whisper
is his
together.
right. Yeah, let's freaking whisper, Kuno. You and me.
This is it.
You and me
You've
were
got
having
it.
a conversation.
But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
No, Kuno, you gotta listen to me. She's what's up with her? She's terrifying.
Crazy?
Crazy scary.
You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's
Right.
smoked a man. She's done
She
people
will-
in. Probably even pigs.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thank you.
Stop
This is
talking
useful
to him.
information.
Kuno, I'm fucking warning you. You're gonna get us into shit.
Okay, we need to do enough of this to cause real conflict between Kuno and Kuno West, which I don't feel great about. Feels like there's a lot of history between these two kids, that she's this attached to him and this like concerned about his welfare. But also it seems like she's just been using him as a proxy for information so that she can still protect
She
herself.
understands what you're trying
It's
to
a
do.
little selfish. She absolutely knows
Yo,
what I'm doing.
see? Did Kuno not tell you?
Yeah.
Kuno told you. Kuno talks to whoever he wants.
Kuno does in fact talk to whoever he wants. This is a known fact. Kuno S can only control him so
Talk
much.
big. Kuno's got it under control.
I'm so glad to hear that,
You did it.
Kuno.
They're separated. He's even turned his back
Nice.
to her, so she can't read his lips.
Okay. So, what do you mean when you say that she smoked someone? Like, did she actually killed someone? Does Kuno S have my gun?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
Right, but
His
how?
little green eyes are fixed on yours.
Like, isn't she like kind of small? Like, she's kind of small. She's kind of a small child.
Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you
I
think it
don't
is to
know.
kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him.
Right.
And knife him.
Oh, knife. I guess she might have a knife. Yeah, that makes sense. I got excited for a moment thinking she
She's
might have
probably
my
killed a
gun.
pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Probably. Okay. How many cops has
Forget
she
Kuno
killed then?
said that. Kuno was just shitting.
Okay.
Kuno was running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Kuno might be my favorite character in this whole game. I don't know if I've said that before, but he's truly... Oh, I love Kuno so much.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
Yeah, she's not happy about this. Okay, do you think she has anything to do with, like, the guy that actually died?
She would have liked to fuck him up.
Okay,
But she didn't.
okay,
Kuno wasn't around.
right,
And C was with Kuno.
right. Okay, so they're pretty much inseparable. That makes sense.
Look,
And where were you?
Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
I don't think I ever thought that you did. I was never worried that they
He
had
speaks
done
the
it.
truth, my liege.
I believe him. I very much believe him. So, like, when you say that she's insane,
She's
like...
psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
What's... I'm just gonna... You know what? Again, Kuno is entertained by madness and people, like, allowing that madness to exist in the space. I'm just gonna give him a whoa. I'm just gonna validate what he's trying to communicate with that. Yeah, he loves this. Okay. What's the real deal?
Believe me, pig. You don't want to know.
I suppose I don't, but I could.
He doesn't want to.
I could know.
About it. This isn't just
fair enough.
Boast.
So then, so what's the language that she's using? So what's this like
she
dialect?
Says it's the song of her people or some shit.
Okay. Well, what people would that be?
The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
The what?
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Brunkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
Maybe. So this is also just, an important question to ask. Is Kuno S your sister?
No, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in.
Okay.
Like a mad dog
Fair
or some
enough.
shit.
Sure. Just, a best friend. Stray?
She was just there.
Points at the apartment building behind the fence. Gotcha. Right. Don't worry about it. See?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet.
Uh-huh.
By the fucking shoe rack in the dark.
Wait, that hallway there with the janitor's closet?
The place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Oh. Why would she be dripping wet? Why would that have been the case?
Got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days in the corner. Every time Kuno went out.
Oh, okay. She's been through some shit. Okay, she got in. How'd she get in?
Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
Okay. All right. I obviously have been wondering about this for most of the time. What about your parents? Like, are they in the picture?
Dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there.
Right.
Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
I see. And how are you? How is Kuno? Everyone's asking, where's Kuno? What is Kuno? No one's asking, how is Kuno? How are you dealing with all this, man?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either.
Okay. I'm not trying to fuck with it. I'm not trying to fuck with any of it. I'm simply inquiring into your well-being as a human, As a person with your own mental health that seems to be dealing with a lot. That is being offloaded from you or to you from
Kuno's got this
Kuno
shit
S.
under control.
Does he? Okay. Professional help is going to scare him. I want to be able to say you need backup because I feel like the term backup might sound exciting to him. Like we're on his side. But I don't know if he's actually going to believe that. But I want to say you need backup.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Right. Kuno's protecting her.
Right.
You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her.
Right.
You threaten to take it away.
I understand that. My freaking my cabin leader instincts are coming out
here.
This
is what it all comes down to.
Yeah.
He needs you to take him seriously now.
This is what I mean, and coming off of that thought, this is really what most kids his age really just need from their adults is to take them seriously. Which also means, if they're saying things that are very, very clearly nonsense, but they seem to be saying them in full earnesty, you don't need to, like, give them a reality check right away. Just kind of walk with them on their train of thought, you know, walk alongside it. Maybe give them a few pieces of contextual information to kind of help them work through their own processes. But most kids just kind of want to be taken seriously as human beings from the adults in their world. And it's really sad when I see that not
happening. I'm going
happening.
to kill you. I'll run with
You don't have
the
to.
cuffs on her, sneak up on
Right.
you later, and fuck you up.
Right.
You understand?
Right. I can respect
Alright.
that.
Now we can do business.
Hell yeah! Now we can do business with Kuno. Oh, I'm so excited.
He's breathing heavy.
So happy.
That took something out of him.
I get it. Okay, what? So, like, what the fuck does business mean?
What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with.
No
Don't
longer
hook him up
whispering.
with shit, Kuno.
Don't worry about it, see?
Relax. He respects the Kuno.
Mhm.
Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect
This
the
is true.
Kuno, you get all kinds of shit.
There you go. There you go. There you go. What I would like is to also have a moment of honesty, vulnerability, and I don't know why I said vulnerability. Respect, vulnerability, and humbleness and honesty with Kuno S is what I would like. I feel like it might be a little extra work to get to that point,
Kuno's
but
gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you
I don't-
hooked, pig.
that's
Get
not...
his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking
That-
for more. Cash in big
Okay.
style. Pig hooker.
Okay. Okay. That's not what I need. I appreciate the offer, but that's not
See, it's
Well,
tension
necessarily
and
what
release
I
with
need.
Kuno. Now we release
it
him.
is.
The
There we
pant
go.
shit. That's on now too.
Mhm.
90% discount for Kuno's pig. Kuno can flex.
The pant buying shit,
Kuno
eh?
flexes for hobos. Kuno sees you're in need.
Ooh. Those are some nice pants.
Here, pig.
I
We're
want the
phone now.
pants.
Performance buddies.
Nice. Let's go.
Kuno
Let's
can
go.
already see you soaring through the air like a
Nice.
fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt.
I'm not in debt with you. I'm not in debt. I still have money. I gave you the money, and now we're square. That's not how this works.
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just
Yeah,
saying
no.
words. You're not in his debt.
No, I know. Don't worry, rhetoric. I know how debt works. Well, so Kuno, just circle back. What was that about you about running an errand and illegal
Kuno gets it from his
narcotics?
dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on.
Uh-huh. I'm learning a lot about Kuno's dad
Problem is,
right now.
Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad.
I see.
Kuno's got to throw
I
his
see.
dirty popo man at it.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Dirty
Okay.
popo man is you. In there is
Right,
Kuno's
yeah,
random dad
yeah.
on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed.
Okay.
If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
I don't think I need the speed. I don't think I need that. My electrochemistry voice is going to be pretty excited about it, but I don't want to go down that path. Whom
Kuno's
is your
dad's a
dad?
fucking monster. He's the most
Right.
violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give
Okay.
a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Right, sure. Right. How much material are we talking? Half. Half. It's half.
A
Half of
baggie,
what?
But like in this vial.
Okay.
Let's offer
Okay.
Ram. sir.
Half a gram. Great. Thank you,
Yeah?
visual
Half a
calculus.
G? Want it or not?
Okay. That's actually... I don't want it.
Fuck
That's not
you
very much
talking
material
about
at all.
half a G? This shit is giant, grade A shit. So clean
Is
you
it?
can barely see it.
I don't know if... Okay.
You can
All
barely
right.
see it because there's barely any.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Kuno, thank you for all of this information. Thank you for sending me on this quest. I might still do something about his dad. I don't know if I've got my physical instrument leveled up enough to take him on, but I'll give him my best shot.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
This is what's gonna... I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm gonna go after the most violent man in Revachol.
Whatever. If you survive,
Sure.
make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost
Will
out.
do.
You wouldn't like
Okay.
Kuno when he's out.
Do I want to give this child drugs? Do I want to give this child speed?
Just get in the apartment building. Kuno
We'll
knows
figure
you
it out
only
when we
fucked
get
your
there.
way in. Kuno knows everything.
Okay. I did not fuck my way in. I simply opened
Go
the door.
to room 12, first floor,
Room
and
12.
kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's
We'll do it
action
Kuno
time.
style.
You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads.
Violent fuckhead.
Next time
Got
Kuno
it.
sees you, you better have his shit.
I'll
What
have
the
your
hell
shit.
Are you signing us up for here? Okay then.
Kim. Yes.
Kuno
Okay,
doesn't
I'm off.
fucking...
Kuno clearly cares quite a good deal. Alright. Split a kilo with Kuno. Get speed from Kuno's apartment. Take down Kuno's dad. Optional. Okay. Let's check out these frickin' pants. How do they compare? Savoir-faire, electrochemistry. +1 savoir-faire. Physical instrument. We're definitely gonna need that. So. Oh, yeah. I love this. With the shoes, it's so bad. It's so bad. But, oh, I love it so much. The tiny little ankles. The tiniest little ankles. Okay. This is great. This is great. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we finally got somewhere here. I wonder if I can talk to Kuno S now. Now that she's witnessed me and Kuno make something of an alliance here. Maybe we can actually make some kind of connection. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to give it one go. We'll see if I get anywhere. I'm not expecting anything. But we'll see. Hello? Ma'am, I would like to casually engage in conversation with you.
Trying to sneak up on
Candidly,
me
in
again.
fact.
Trying to snuff
I'm
me
not...
out. Get away, pig.
Alright, well, yeah, I don't know why I expected anything else. That's a conversation for another time. Okay, number 12?
Give me a moment.
Okay, I'm looking for the parents of a kid named
Louisa's
Kuno.
are at the end of this hallway, right next to the communal bathroom.
Okay, thanks. Thank you. Right, at the end of this hallway. Is that this? Is that this one? No. At the end of the hallway. Next to the communal bathroom. I've already been through there. Is this the closet where Kuno S was?
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno de Reuter.
Okay, Uno. Interesting. Okay. Looks like we found where Kuno's dad lives.
3 months worth of utility bills.
I see that. Time to use these cutters.
Snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground on the other side of the
I'm a little worried. I have 2 healing items. I do have full health, but I only have 2 healing items.
But let's at least make this quick.
Okay.
Master,
what are we doing here?
You just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
But what do you mean?
Nothing. You're right. Get in there.
Okay.
Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
I'm no peeper.
This is nothing sordid. Nothing
Jamrock shuffle.
You just have to do this. It's your duty.
It's not. I don't think it's my duty. I'm just helping out a friend. Jamrock shuffle. By now it's clear you like to look inside containers. You like to open doors and see what's behind them. Maybe secrets, maybe more juicy containers. Let's be honest, you like all containers. Trash cans, utensil trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left behind by the Philippian kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, I haven't come across one of those yet, but one day. Wait, is that why you're so hell-bent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter and the Orbe de Montagne? No. Sometimes things just take a little bit more effort to open. I'm not addicted to opening things. It's just sometimes you gotta open a thing. And if I have a means... Okay. Anyone in here? Oh. Someone's in here. Glossy erotica covers the wall, wrinkled from moisture. Don't like that. Kuno de Reuter is the name on unfinished homework. Spelled with a K. Interesting. Okay. What is this? Money? Don't mind if I do. Okay. Whoop. It's from 2 years ago.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw.
Alright, well, Lieutenant, I've located some psychoactive substances on this table.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room.
I hear it.
Pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world.
Yep. And leave. Okay. Time. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Here stinks with something sour. I don't want to think about it. Pants. Regular black jeans. Nah. I don't need no regular black jeans. Not with my foam pants on.
Heaped on the bed. A stained parka. Some towels and a duvet. Some socks even.
Right, but someone is sleeping in this bed.
In the dark, it looks like a nest.
Hold up, Lieutenant. Look at that pile of clothes.
Something underneath there is breathing.
Yep. Yeah, I have a feeling and I know who it is.
No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out.
No. See, I feel like if I'm not going to be giving Kuno the drugs, which I don't think I'm going to be giving the child the drugs. But I'm at least gonna do him a solid and rub
Your
up
hand touches
his
a greasy
dad,
duvet
who seems
covered in
like kind of an
cigarette
asshole.
burns and ketchup stains. You hear a growl. There is something alive underneath it. It's deep
Sure is.
in suffering somehow. You
How
see
so?
a 60-year-old fat red-headed man passed out from large amounts of
Passed
alcohol,
out.
and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth.
That's not a good place for the smell of shit to be rising from. Like, it's bad enough if the smell of shit is rising from your ass. But if it's rising from your mouth, that might be more
You don't have
serious
to take him
problems.
down. He's already down.
I guess.
Well,
Is this Kuno's father we're seeing?
Judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes, it is.
The lieutenant's right.
Okay.
The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes.
I was kind of expecting something
I think he's still
worse.
quite bad. I mean, what he
Well,
has
sure.
come to.
Sure. Yeah, it's not
This
not
man
great.
Won't be feeding his family anytime soon.
No.
Not that he was, but at least he won't be beating his son.
True.
A pair
This is
of
correct.
half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake.
Right.
Can't you tell?
What happened to his
It
eyes?
happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight.
Okay, I guess I'm assuming I know this shit. He's gonna sleep it off. Oop. Okay, 3 words. I don't know what any of those words were, but 3 words managed to escape his mouth along with a strong stench of alcohol.
He's trying to communicate.
Okay, figure out what he's trying to say. Got good
The man
good
groans
perception
once
here.
again,
Nice.
But
Okay.
his tongue keeps failing him.
All right.
It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something.
Right, he is trying to
And then
communicate.
it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs.
What?
He says.
Uh-huh. Okay, sure.
He's
That's
trying
me.
to call you pigs. His hand
he's
falls
awake.
back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again.
Okay, well, for a second I was real worried, and now I am
At least
less
he got
worried.
to say his piece.
True. True. Maybe we should help
is there
him
to do?
somehow?
We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side.
Right.
We
Excellent
could take
form.
him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The arms
Right.
would turn him down. They don't do
Okay.
charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'd be dead in a few.
Oh. Okay.
Years, months, weeks.
A few what?
The pile of
Hours?
blankets
What?
grunts miserably.
I'm
Is this
afraid
thing
it
even
is.
alive?
Look, it
Right.
moves.
Well, yes.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name Maxtor on the sole.
Right. Yes.
3 toes are poking out of a hole. A groan rises
Okay.
from the man's throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to say something in his sleep.
I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head on out. So I mean, luckily for me, particularly, we didn't need to do nothing. I didn't need to worry about my physical instrument one bit. So that's nice. Maybe I should talk to this lady about...
Give me a moment.
No? No worries, ma'am. I'm just on my way out. Okay. So I guess that's settled. I guess we just kind of let Mr. Uno pass away in whatever amount of time it'll take, I think, is how that works. And then we also do not give drugs to the child. I've landed on that decision. I've landed firmly on not giving speed to the small child. So, that'll be good. Okay. Hello, sir. My good man.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Well, you're gonna care. I took care of the drug situation.
You've got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back.
Right, so first, I don't want half back. Second, I'm not giving you the other
That's how
half.
we split it. It's the best way. Street way.
Aren't you gonna ask how I got past your dad?
You said your little friend in dressed as a hooker? Distraction style?
What?
That's some sick shit.
Does word on the street travel that fast? Especially when it's not even remotely what
Not
happened?
a single muscle moves on the lieutenant's face.
Okay, come on, Kim. You gotta be at least a
Kuno
little
wants to hear
entertained by
all
that.
about it, but first we split the kilo, then we shoot the shit.
Do you mean... You realize
Kuno
you
knows what
mean
Kuno
Graham,
means.
right?
Kuno means Graham.
Okay. I suppose. You don't need drugs. You're 12. I just...
Alright. Kuno knew you'd try that sneaky pig shit on him.
It's not pig shit. I'm not gonna try to, like, arrest you or something. It's just not good for a 12-year-old kid to do
Kuno.
speed.
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno.
Uh-huh.
So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. Know this,
I don't like
pig.
that.
Shit is major.
I don't like the fact that I feel like I'm betraying him, but
Make
also...
your fucking choice, pig.
Kuno
Right.
won't take this shit
I
lightly.
hear that.
The pieces are moving, pig. This is fucking
Yeah.
domino shit.
Right, I hear you. I hear you. This is
Not
a
like he
significant
thinks.
decision.
But you can feel it. Somehow, this will change things.
Tick, 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 tick.
Right.
Decision time.
Okay.
What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno?
I don't want to fuck the Kuno. But I feel like I gotta. Or things are gonna be really difficult. I didn't actually get as much information out of him as I thought I would. With all this. I'm not getting into him.
You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig throws it all away.
Pig threw it all away.
I told you he can't be trusted. I told you. I told you he'd steal the shit.
I'm not, I feel bad. I don't feel
Relax,
good
see?
about this.
We got plenty of kilo. Kilo underground, in the tree. This ain't about that. This is about
Okay.
you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit.
Right.
Now everything is fucked between us. How are you gonna make this up to
What?
the Kuno? Huh?
I can try. I'm really willing to
In
try.
truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
Let's try the best we can do. I looked around in there. It's not the easy life you got going on
The
in that
fuck do
apartment.
you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of
Alright.
here.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
plans.
6 meters
Right.
underground,
Okay.
below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2
Yeah.
stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2
Right.
bedrolls, in the dark,
Right.
opening into the lower tunnels.
Anyway, so I kind of met your dad. Technically I kind of met your
How
dad.
the fuck are you still alive, pig?
You know, I've already clearly burnt this bridge. I've already gotten Kim to fully trust me. I just got the achievement. Let's just go with the story. Kim dressed up as a hooker, full
The
drag,
lieutenant
distracted him.
flashes you a sharp look, but doesn't say anything.
Like, Kim knows
Only
exactly
his
what I'm
tiny
doing
closed
here.
lips betray the effort keeping silent takes him.
It's because he finds this hilarious.
Fuck
Kim
outta
finds
here.
this
Kuno
hilarious.
made that shit up to demean you.
Yeah, I know. But I'm meeting your bit
Look,
where
Biggs,
you're at.
Kuno gets it. You don't want to talk about it. Close quarters combat shit. Kuno doesn't want to
Sure.
talk about it either.
All right.
Combat trauma shit.
Exactly. Combat trauma shit.
That room
Yeah.
was so small. To be stuck in there with him, not an easy fight for a kid.
No. It was dark in there. You sneaked in,
You got
got
lucky,
out.
pig. Kuno's
Snuck
dad
in
was out
is
getting
the
more
word.
drink. Kuno knew you'd have a window there. Now that Kuno thinks about it, it was a mistake.
Well, he was in there. He was definitely not out getting more drink. He was about as in there as he could physically
Should
get.
have sent you in when he was there, pushing roids in his ass.
He wasn't.
Thieving, double-crossing,
He wasn't
lying
doing
pig.
that, but
Kuno got sentimental. That shit won't happen again.
I feel bad. I don't like that I've burnt this bridge. I was just talking about how he's my favorite character, and I've fucked him over. There was a textbook with your name on it in the apartment.
So fucking what?
It says Kuno, not Kuno.
Fuck are you
Kuno de
talking to
Reuter.
Kuno about that kiddie shit?
I like it.
He's trying
Kuno
to
de
fuck you
Reuter.
again.
I'm not. Shut
Fuck outta
up,
here.
see?
Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed
It's not.
it. Kuno can change
Alright,
his
fair
name
enough.
into anything. Gonna change my
You're
name
right.
into
Okay, I don't recommend
Change your
recommend
name
that,
to
but
Kuno.
thank you, Kuno S. There were also tons of unpaid utility
fuck
bills
right
in
there
there.
where? Fucking 3 years or some shit.
Yeah. And let me guess. Kuno's dad
Yeah,
doesn't give a
that's
shit about
right.
him.
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound
Right.
on people and drink.
Right. Change the topic then. I'm not gonna try and lecture him on how he should be
Kuno's
living
got
his
that
life.
shit under control.
Okay. I did do right not to give you the drugs. Let's just call it here and let me be sad about
That didn't
ending
change
this friendship.
shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social worker shit. It doesn't work, pig.
It doesn't
Perhaps
work,
not.
Kuno. Only our shit works.
She tries to bind their fates together. She needs him. Bad.
Kuno
Alright,
doesn't
I'm off.
fucking care.
I know Kuno doesn't fucking care. Alright. Right. Titus Hardy needs logic. And then a cell needs empathy. I'm gonna level up logic. And then also try and pay a visit to backyard wall. Backyard wall, eh? Conceptualization, eh? Okay, alright, yeah, I'll give that a go. But I am definitely gonna level up logic, which I have not leveled up at all. Level up logic. There we go. Great. Accept changes. Okay, bye, Kuno. I feel bad. I feel real bad. Feel like I maybe shouldn't, maybe I should have given the child drugs. Maybe I should have just given the drugs to the child. What's this backyard wall
Just
here?
an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Even odds? Let's give it a go.
Because you see it.
Hey!
Finally. This wall is sublime. Look
It's a
at
nice
it.
wall.
the shadows, the colors.
It's nice. I'm gonna let the conceptual joy flow into my pupils and blossom into thoughts in my brain. I'm gonna let it happen. I feel like I need this. I feel like I need this beautiful epiphany
all the
right
other
now.
walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft. Color peeled
This is the
from
top-notch
very
wall.
face of God.
Yes, give me more.
Wallfather.
Wallfather. Kim, I must paint this wall, add even more beauty to
He
it.
sounds
I
tired
have
of
to.
it all. You
Well, maybe
already
he
have
is.
the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red.
Oh,
And Cindy the Sky
I already-
has a paintbrush. This is
I already have the paint. I just need to get a paintbrush
If
from
you
Cindy
must.
the Skull. Thank you. Thank you. This is my thing. This is my project. I need this. I need this. She's just upstairs. I need this. We're back in the apartment. We're going upstairs. Balcony. Up here. There we go. There we go. All right. Cindy the Skull, I need a
Hello again,
paintbrush.
officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
First off, these
I
two
don't
guys send their
believe it.
best.
I've never known those boys to have manners.
They
The
were nice
amusement
enough.
in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They seem to hold you in
They'll
high
never
esteem.
Be skulls, but
Of course not.
their hearts are in the right place.
What are you even
She
trying to
throws
achieve?
you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
What are you hearing,
Have you
Cindy?
noticed the quiet?
I
Every
suppose.
so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in
Perhaps.
Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens.
Sure.
The people are languishing in boredom and complacency.
Perhaps. Perhaps. I mean, you just need to go around the corner and there's a very, very loud
This place
strike
is
going
a
on.
sepulcher. We'll paint
Okay.
it red. We bring the raucous. You bring
Okay.
the sirens.
Fair enough. Speaking of painting things red, I'm gonna need your
What for?
paintbrush. It's for art.
Well, if
Okay.
it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about?
To be honest, I haven't really thought that far. I haven't really gotten that far in the plan yet.
Then
But
you
I'll
have
get there.
time to find your own fucking brush.
To freaking crush a man's dreams like that, I just had to break the heart of a small 12-year-old boy.
There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you. 'Cause you suck in life and in everything.
I do not need this. I'm gonna level up on conceptualization so hard, and then I'm gonna come back, and you're gonna be sorry. You're gonna be so sorry. You're gonna regret every single amount of it. You're gonna regret all of it, ma'am. You're gonna be so sorry that you're gonna say those words. You're gonna be like, "I'm so sorry," and I'm gonna be like, Okay, but now that I have more logic, I've got more logic in my brain. We can see if talking to Titus is worth my time. Still not great. Still not too terribly optimistic. Never mind. Pretty sure. Is she at the top here? think so. Right, I can just go in through here. Whoop, hello. This room has sand all over it. Reminds you of your own. Hey, that room has not been my room in a long time. So I'm not too worried about it. I feel someone watching you behind the glass door. A woman. Okay. Nice. Okay, here we are. Clausia? I'm assuming this was Clausia? Yeah.
What brings you up here in the rain?
Even odds. Low odds. Okay, let's go for volition first. Let's give this a go. Shit.
Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise.
I don't need to hear about all of this if I know that I'm not gonna do it right.
There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit. Nothing.
What's
just
happening?
Time passing. Don't worry.
Okay.
You are not a fool.
Well, why not?
Ordinary, and you would be notified.
Why are you guys
in your windpipe? Your heart beats.
Okay.
You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Am I being
She
big-wheeled?
presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound, almost imperceptible.
I'm not sure what any of this has to do with any of this.
It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Okay. And that's a low chance. Okay. Never mind. Cool. Okay. Well. Okay, damaged ledger. I can check about that now that I've upgraded my logic. Damaged ledger.
The ledger
Interact.
you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawn inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Can I read the case files now, please?
Yes, at last.
Nice.
You find a way.
Nice,
to piece
at
them together
last.
Using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB 41. Date
Happy
of
birthday,
initialization
41.
and time of arrival on the scene.
Right.
Followed by the title. For example,
Sure.
HDB 41120011700.
Sure.
The next
Right.
world mural.
Okay. What is HDB 41 other than Happy Birthday?
41 is your precinct. It's safe to say
HDB?
those are the initials of the
Right.
officer responsible for the
Harry
case.
Dubois.
Your initials.
Yes.
Harrier Dubois.
Right.
HDB.
Harrier Dubois. Okay. Next world
This
mural.
one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on
Okay.
1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne.
Okay.
Cause of failure.
All right.
Rent too high. The
Makes
mural
sense.
is enormous.
Makes sense.
2 silhouettes,
Right.
a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut
Right.
into their form reads, "True love is possible, only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People
Nice.
call it
Cool.
that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged
Right.
with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner
not-
are assigned to the case.
I guess it's a little bit of a bummer with the "it is too late for us."
The
Yeah, I
graffiti
guess.
is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility
rich?
for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
So do I ever find out who
The
came
case
up with
files
it?
do not show you finding the author of the design. The crew agrees
Okay,
to clean
read
up
on.
after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing
JV,
public
so
support
not
for
Kim.
conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Road 3.
Plebiscite?
The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
I would say it is
A
wrong.
staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
That's all that remains, I suppose, is to wreak havoc on the middle class.
It appears
I can get down with that.
Case of civil activity in the quarter.
Yeah.
And agreement as well.
Okay.
What do you want to tackle next?
I don't have a whole lot of time left. We can probably try and get through this ledger. The unsolvable case sounds interesting.
Leslie and Burke, a.k.a. The public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable.
How
Leslie
so?
will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away.
Not sure about
because
that, but
public
okay.
indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration.
Right.
The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
What do you mean? What is the expression? What is the expression? What's that referring to?
Threatening
proceed.
fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years.
Gotcha. Unsolvable
It's plain
case.
to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH
Where's that JV
had more
again?
important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of the mission. And what is Leslie doing?
Leslie does public indecency.
Good. You're learning. If the files
I
are
am
to be trusted,
learning.
that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the
Yes.
fact that
Yeah,
they're
Burke
both
breaks.
drunk. But then
Right.
again,
Yes.
so are you. The case becomes
Right.
considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger.
What do you mean takes a swing at my
He
ledger?
must have it confused with the property he likes to damage.
Right.
The joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened
Pilsner?
plastic board in his face.
That doesn't
then
sound
you
tasty.
proceed to beat him
That
unconscious
doesn't
with it.
sound very good. Oh, geez.
In the
Okay.
process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment
Sure
within,
did, I'm
reserved
sure.
for permeable
Okay.
documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news
Oh,
is,
boy.
Burke can't walk anymore.
Don't much
Can't
like
get out
that.
of his apartment,
Okay.
an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But
Right.
both drunks are off the street. The complaint stopped.
Okay.
The unsolvable case is solved.
Damn. So much for
Which
unsolvable.
is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end.
Right.
Do you want to read another one?
Yes. I'll read one more. The square bullet hole murders.
Very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it?
It would.
I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead.
Right.
She's been sitting there for weeks on her rocking chair with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
It's pronounced agape. Thank you very
That's
much.
all you got.
But
from the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
A sequence killer or a serial
Who knows?
killer?
Those pages are missing. What next?
Oh.
Don't worry.
Okay.
One day.
One day, I guess.
One
I guess one day we'll figure
catch
that
the
one
man
out.
with the square gun.
Oh, I'm getting a lot of experience out of this. Okay. Couch in an unexpected location.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location.
Right.
They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
They looked really cool. Like a rock band.
As you said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway,
we're
you got a
not.
complaint about the damn sofa, or couch,
Sure.
or whatever it was.
Same
They
thing.
were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual.
It also just looks funny. It just looks funny to drink coffee on a couch off the highway. Like that. Like, as a young person, this does seem like a pretty
Cigarette
fun
butts,
idea.
Coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it
Okay.
all up. And you did.
Right.
So congratulations
Right.
to you. Case solved.
I suppose if you're not cleaning up after yourself, then that is unfortunate.
No,
but
you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
I think we got time to finish things up with murder at the hookah parlor.
Tum at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned
Murder
to an officer called Joseph
at the
Mills.
Murder
who
at the
is
hookah
now
parlor
dead.
is my favorite
Of
band.
circumstances completely unconnected to
Joseph
murder
Mills.
at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how
Beaten to
did he
death
die?
by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Okay, I just the death of the officer seemed a little mysterious, and I wanted to know
Joseph
more
Mills
information.
was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for
a real
like
brain cracker, a nut
the
twister,
captain
if you
got
will.
impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Was he a good cop?
He was awful.
No.
Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn
thin air.
parlor was all he talked about.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway.
So the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Sure. I've never been there myself, but it seems
really
cool.
lame. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open. Right on the floor of the hookah parlor.
Game just
in the middle of the day.
This game has a little bit of contempt for young
day.
people.
In perfect health too. Some kind of movie producer.
Oh.
No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning.
Sure.
All noon, like he usually
Sounds pretty
does.
pleasant to me.
He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam.
Right. 3:45.
On the floor with his skull busted open. Blood everywhere.
Okay.
What happened? How can it be?
I don't know. How
Mills
can it be?
has
You
no
tell me.
idea. Invisible assassin.
Okay.
Movie deal gone sour.
Right.
Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits.
Maybe.
Eerie.
No.
Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
So he sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table, and died?
You can't even read the thing without solving it.
Okay.
Yeah. It was that.
Right.
Turns out hookah does do something.
No.
It turns off your brain's oxygen supply. And you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
Right. What was he doing there for 6
hookah.
hours?
Didn't you hear?
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Okay.
Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway.
Sure.
That was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective. And about 40 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next. Not much has
I'll come
changed
back
in
to
the
this.
Meanwhile, a bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
All right. I think that's all that we're gonna do for now. But we actually got somewhere with this. I fucked over Kuno. I refused help from Everard. And I got ever so slightly closer to getting to talk to Titus. So I might actually go and I'm gonna see if I can travel to Fisherman Shacks and take a nice sleep. And then we'll call it a day there.
It's getting cold this late in the night.
It is.
Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
We sure will. Enter the shack. Wait. I can do something now. Now that I've done that, I can go back to the whirling and talk to the lady. I can talk to Clausia about what I did. I'm going to do that real quick. Wait, tasks. Ask Clausia about Sunday. Yes. So I'm going to do that. And then, this is going to be a little bit of a longer episode, but it makes up for the fact that I haven't gotten anything really productive done for the past couple episodes, as far as I'm measuring. And then we'll end it. Oh shit, where is she? Where's she gone? Where's Clausia? Where would Clausia have gone? Where's she at? Alright, well, never mind. I guess we're going back to go to sleep. So that's a little boring. But maybe I'll try that again another day. But for now, enter the shack. And we'll call it here. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. If you liked it, you can click the like button. You can leave a comment with your thoughts, maybe any suggestions. Make them spoiler-free if you're going to leave suggestions. If you haven't subscribed, now's a good time to do that. And, yeah, thank you so much. And I'll see you later.